afternoon, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Moroccan food culture session, and we're having another session, another recipe that I hope you enjoy. And please keep your comments in the chat, and we just have to start. Okay, so what we're making today is some mini Moroccan sweet breads with fennel seeds and fennel and sesame seeds. So the ingredients we need. This is really uh, a sweet bread that you can use for breakfast or for snack, for like if you having a pack lunch or something that you just want something light and smaller. So you are going to, if you want to make them sweet, or you can opt the sugar, and you just need to just do without the sugar and make them savory. So what we need here is, first of all, we need some flour. You can use strong bread flour, or you can use plain flour, and I'm using plain flour today. And I'm using sesame seeds, yeah, sesame seeds here, and I'm using some fennel seeds, or they are two different kinds. I must explain this. So anise seeds are the smallest one, which is that's what I have today. I don't have, and they are stronger. Hi Irene, hi. Uh, yes, anise seeds, that's what I'm using. The difference between them, these are smaller ones, as you can see. They are smaller, really very skinny, or very small seeds. The other ones are a bit fatter. So what you have to do if you are using the other ones, or either of them, just crush them. Give them a little crush with the with something like I don't know, the rolling pin or something, or if you have the anywhere, you know what I mean. If you have machine, use the machine, and that's what you can use to crush them. Anyway, they give more taste when you squash them. A bit of sugar, about 50 grams of sugar, and you can adjust it to your own taste. If you don't like sugar at all, you want them savory, just up the sugar. I put here about 80 grams between 80 milliliter between oil of vegetable oil and butter. So I melted the butter, and I added to the oil. And then I have here some yeast that I mixed with a bit of milk and a bit of sugar, and about teaspoon of yeast, so half teaspoon of yeast. This is really something if you want like quickly, you want them quickly to, if you have time and you want to leave them to rise for a long time, you can put half teaspoon. If not, you put a teaspoon of yeast. I mentioned in the recipe that you can use baker yeast. You might ask, oh, what's baker is of fresh yeast? So this is how it looks, the fresh yeast. It looks like this. If you never seen it, or you don't see it really on the shelves, sometimes they have it sometimes in supermarkets, but they have it in like the cooler boxes, or the fridges, there where you can find it with the like pizza dough and all that. But if you want to have some, what you can do is you can just ask if you have a big supermarket, and yeah, they have a bakery like Asda or Morrison's, or any of them. I'm not probably sorry, but anyway, any big supermarkets, you can ask the baker, and they can give you a little bit. They give you quite a bit actually, and once you have it, you put it in the small containers. You can and freeze it, or then every time you need some, take the cube and use it. And that's how it looks if you haven't never seen it. And it's good for the bread as well, if you want to make some bread. Okay, so I have one egg, Then that's basically what I have, and I have some egg oil. Like I said, I did say oil. So once you do that, you put the flour in the middle, and you just start adding everything. So I'll add the sesame seeds. If you are not fan of sesame seeds again, or if you have any allergies of sesame seeds or any of your family, just opt them. Just do without them. And I'll add the fennel seeds. The quantities is up to you, but obviously you don't want too much, you don't want very little, just for the taste. A bit of salt. Then I'll add the sugar. So about 2 tablespoons. So I would say 50 grams of sugar, and like I said, adjust it to your taste. Then you mix these dry ingredients first. And add the egg. Just one egg. And yeah, I said one egg, then I remembered I took some because I made some earlier, for anywhere, and I was left with the egg white, so I just add it to this, just to use it up. We are not wasting anything. And then you add the oil and the butter. And you just really mix everything like so, and you can see, just like we do with any biscuit or any bread we make. So we just add them, make them like that. So then what I would say, you say that egg that I added, it's made it like really ready to not to use anymore anything. I haven't put the flour yet, the yeast. So the yeast, I put here the yeast and the milk. So just add a bit of flour to get it to. So that's basically what I'm doing. So you don't want it to be very loose dough, and you don't want it to be really thick. So in between, like, it's just like the consistency of the bread, really. That's what I am after. And you can see, just give it a good kneading, like you do with the bread. If you have any questions, just put them on the chat, please, and we'll come back and see to that. So this recipe, if you don't like sesame seeds or fennel seeds, because some people they don't really like that aniseedy taste, what you can use, you can use other seeds that you like poppy seeds or something else. But really, this is something that you can make at Christmas time when you're having people, and you can have them for breakfast. You can see the dough is really nice and really very smooth. And just give it, so this is the part that you want to use when you knead in the dough. So keep taking it backwards and forwards until it's really elasticy and nice. And like I would say, nice, and start to talk to you like don't laugh at me because the talking to you, the dough would start to go a little bubble. They would, you can hear them like a noise. And you can see I haven't put too much milk pots because I had that egg white. It just made it really quickly helped it to come together. But what I would say is you're just using one egg, so you would have it a little bit looser, and you would need to bring it all together with some milk. The milk I put in on the recipe 200 milliliters, but I don't think you would need all that. Use some for the yeast. If you're using any yeast really, just take it in, take the glass of just a glass, small glass or a bowl or something. Put the yeast in. Put a bit of sugar. Just what that does is to activate it. Then put a bit of milk and just stir it. Keep it, leave it there to all go to like something like this, and this bit left there. So it's I think it was a mistake to put that egg white, but never mind, it would help somehow. It so, so once it's all done, you can see. So you can see the dough is nice and elasticy, and it's really easy to work with. It's not sticky or anything. The other thing I have to mention, pardon me, is because you're using butter, when you come to put them in a tray, or we put them like to bake them in the oven, make sure you put them separately, like give them space, because they would spread a little bit. So just be aware of that. So one way to cut them, if you don't have any space, like here I don't have much space, what I would do, I would just take my hand like so, and just give little squash to cut the little balls, and like that. So if you ever get stuck, I don't know if you survival, give you some survival ideas or skills. So if you get stuck, you don't have space, or you are camping or something, what you can do, just use your fingers. You don't have to have the chopping board to use the knife, or just your hands, and just keep squashing the dough, and it give you the nice good size. You see the size I wanted. So these are all little tricks or tips that you can keep in mind. So this bit I'll just, okay, so here I have about so 10 little breads, and you just take them and keep rolling them again, and just make them like that. And that's what you're having. So you're having a little bread like so, but they are not finished. We'll see, and I will show you how we are going to do them next. So we have here we have a grease proof, and that puts a bit of oil on the top just to keep them. And I just do one by one to roll them. Any questions, please just keep asking and keep oops. Oh no. Sorry. If I don't answer you now for your question, I can't see the comments right now. So please Please just put them in the chat. I will. Oh, how much flour do I start with? 250 grams of flour. That's what I started with. Okay. Sorry, I can't see your comments for some reason. So that's all. Like you see, it's really nice and rounded. Little. The only thing with these, you have to give them a bit of time to rise, because you have to have a bit of time, and I would say about half. Well, I would say 45 to 1 hour to leave them to rise. If you have a good yeast, like dry yeast, but really good stuff, like fast dry yeast, that would be about half an hour. Sometimes if I am in a rush, I'll give you a little tip. And what I do is I do put use a bit of, like I use the self-raising flour if I want them to be quick, and then add a little bit of yeast. It has worked for me so far, but so nice. And yeah, if you are there, just send me any chats. I can't see any comments if there are any. So, and like I said, you see how smooth and how nice the dough is. It doesn't give you a hard time to work with it or anything. So what I'll do here. So once you have them. That's what I mean. But give them a good space, and once you do that, what you have to do is just take your these 3 fingers and just press a little bit, just a little bit, not too much, not so flatten them too much. So if you are a person that's you like equal measure, equal like buns, like, or use the scales, um, just use the scales and make them about 60 to 65 grams. Uh, if you want them bigger, you can make them bigger. It's no right or wrong for the size, so it's up to you how big or how small you want them. They are really handy for breakfast. Some you just make them and leave them in an airtight container. Then the next thing, when you want them, just get them out. You can slice it, put it under the grill or in a toaster or whatever, and yeah, just warm them up like that. So, like I said, they don't need rising. So what you would have to do is you would have to just cover them up and put them in a place where it's a bit warmer. I use the boiler room. That's mostly the place where you can find some heat these days during the day. So earlier I made a batch, and this is how they came. The ones that they haven't been cooked yet. So once they are cooked, what you can do, you take the egg and you just mix it like whisk it really well, and brush it with, and what I'll have to do just warm my air fryer. And honestly, this is really good to cook in the air fryer. Another tip that I would say is, if you make a batch and you don't want to cook it all, um, just put them in pour in like threes or fours or whatever, or take that the tray, put it in a small tray, put in the freezer, freeze them, then put them separately in bags. Then every time you need them, just get them out and cook them, and that's something that you can do. Brush them with the egg wash, then cook them. This is like something that you have to do in like separate stages. But if you are on your own and you don't want to eat too much bread, or you're not that person that eats bread in the morning, just do it this way. Then now and again you'll have. So once you do that, you can either use some just white sesame seeds like so, just sprinkle a little bit, or you can use black sesame seeds. And really, this is, if you don't eat sesame seeds enough, this is one way to eat them. They are quite nice when they are baked. You can mix them as well. So it's up to you how you fancy. Uh, and this is now, it's all ready for the oven. So what I will do is, I've got the air fryer, I warmed the air fryer, I put it to warm up so it's nice and warm. Um, and what I'll do, I'll just take them like so and put them in. You can use a paper, a grease-proof paper, but I cooked in it before, so it's okay to use them. And these ones, I made them with sourdough. So if you are a person that makes your own starter, so they are all there, you can make them with sourdough. So they are more healthier. I honestly so I'll just put them for a bit, then okay, I'll leave it to finish them. So if you are a person that makes the sourdough starter, or you have a sourdough starter, just do it the same way. I would say I have put there, for the starter, I put about 100 gram in that I had in a little box. So it wasn't me who did it. Who does the starter is my husband, but he had like about 100 gram for me to use for this recipe. So, and the results, it's really good. So these are the ones that I cooked earlier, and they just look really lovely, and you can see they are so nice. And yeah, they are sourdough ones, nice and soft, and you can put some butter in them. You can do them, do whatever you like really with them. So we just have to say these ones. So really, I hope this recipe it's good for you, because and you'll try it, because it's something that's really nice, easy, simple. And if you want to just make something with the kids, you can use them, or grandchildren or whatever. It's a good way to do it. I'm just waiting for this air fryer to stop so I can. And the good thing is something that you can use. Again, the air fryers are Air fryers are quite popular at the moment. Like a lot of people, they wanted some different things to cook in them, and this is a really good way to cook. Okay, let's answer some chat there. Okay. Okay, so if you want, like just in case you ask me, oh, how what's temperature, and what I do is I've sometimes because different air fryers, different timing and all that, and the different makes. So for mine, it's 200 degrees, and that's for baking cycle, and it's 17 minutes. But what I would say, these they haven't took 17 minutes, they took less when I did them earlier. So really, when you see them and they are really nicely cooked, you can see all, and the height of them is quite good as well. For sourdough is quite good really, and this, you know how sourdough takes a long time to rise, but these they just came really well. Oops. Okay, just check them. Check one more. Just don't want to open it. Okay, any questions, please? Yeah, one. What I had something in mind to say for the egg wash. I sometimes put a tiny tiddly drop of vinegar with it, and mix it well, and that's just to because sometimes you put eggs in like egg wash, and they give the smell of the eggs, and you can smell it's eggy, and I think the vinegar avoid that bit on the top of anything that you put. That's basically what it does. It just break that when you take the the little bread or whatever you brush with eggs, that like that, you can sometimes just that whiff of eggs, but with this it doesn't do that, because you put a little drop of vinegar in it, and that's really what it is. Oops. And look at these, they come in really well, and like I said, it's quite and this is really a good thing for the air fryer. I hope you enjoyed this afternoon session, and I hope you would try it, and please let me know, and always I beg you, just share the photos with me, and I would like to hear from you if next time, if you um, if you make these recipes. Our next, let's just say, comments there. Okay. Okay. So our next recipe, it would be something else. I don't know yet what could be, but it would be on the 6th of Friday, the 6th of December, and that would hopefully I'll make something Christmassy for you to try over the holidays. Have a lovely afternoon and a lovely weekend. Take care, and I shall see you again next week and next time. Take care. Bye now. Bye.